Another question. This time from Julio. I would like to crush mans in the evening. How should I prepare? First, remember to hydrate. Next, crush your mans. Like you crush your cans. This sponsorship is sponsored by Blood of Mans. Now collected in clean pans. Today's random nonsense is brought to you by Anonymously Famous. Thank you for your ginormous contribution. I like how the only way to get 3 up to not ruin the shot is to hold her open. Just rubber. If you guys want to sponsor your own episode, link in the description down below. Hey everyone, and welcome to a Barbarian leader camp. But first, the heck? I'm a frigging professional orator, friends. First, we gotta get Gene the Machine his perk. I'm actually gonna go with rotation because I really want him to get to save people. Right now, we only have Gung Hobo Imperial with rotation on a little squad of 7. I am desperately hoping today is the day that we can find some mans. I may buy that sellsword in Königshaven. I'm gonna come down here to Himmelsfest to see what they have. We're gonna buy some mans today, I promise you. At least some. Taking a look at our gear, we have a whip now, which is going to be fantastic on gauge. Everything is 100% healed, repaired, no wounds, nothing. We want to go over here during the nighttime, though, is the one small thing, because they do have some archers, as I recall. So it may actually behoove us to take a quick jaunt to Kallengrube. I want to be away from the camp so they don't spawn something and remove the leader as a result of spawning. Ooh, what's this down here? I see casual zombie. Maybe that's something. There we go. 12 undead. Necromancer. Wiedergangers. Alright, well, a little bit of experience for the troops before we go take on the leader, eh? Looks like they also may have come from some place that might be a camp. So, just a casual crash before we get into the leader. Well, that was a nice little easy warm-up battle. Ozark got ye old level. We got basically nothing. Hey, signet ring, though. It's not too bad. I forgot about the pike, actually. I just saw it now that we do have it. Is it time, maybe, for Ozark to level up some mores? Okay, we're gonna go reach advantage on Ozark now. Really wish I had kept one of those 2 swords. The same old things we always do here. Fantastic. In terms of the pike, yeah, you know what? When Mark gets the next tier, maybe I'll give it to him. I was going to give it to Gage. He actually has the Polar Mastery. The problem is that if we're fighting crossbow mans, that's going to be pretty scary. I'd have to empty out an inventory slot here to give it to him. I suppose if he's got the Mastery, it probably makes some sense. Let's throw it, like, right there. Awesome. God, Gage, what an insane amount of stuff that guy has. The hounds, by the way, I didn't even assign them. Hobo, you can have a hound. You can have cat chaser. It makes sense that the hobo would have a cat chaser. My poor hound was murdered. I'm going to upgrade to ghost. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And then we have a spare hound here for the future. All right. None too bad, friends. We could come down here and see where... There we go, actually. That's going to be zombie camp. Wonder if I should do that first, because it's only midday. Nah, I think by the time we get up here, it's going to be nighttime. I lose a nasal helm with rusty mail? Well, I still like Hobo. Actually, do I like Hobo being a drunk? Because it gives him negative defense, and his damage doesn't really matter. Give him the whip, boys! Gung Hobo receives an injury. Gung Hobo is no longer a drunkard. Gung Hobo is disgruntled. Take that, Hobo. directly to the camp. We'll probably get there as the sun is setting. And fun times with leader farms, right? I was wrong about getting there as the sun sets, but we can go take a look over here. The important thing is that I stay far away so they don't spawn. There we go. Perfect. And I think if you're camping within like a range this big, that's when there's a chance of an enemy spawning here. Let's go, boys. It's nighttime. Ooh, I'm excited. A leader, many raiders, and some marksmen. My strategy here, since it's nighttime, they can't see us, we can't see them. I'm going to wait with everyone so they all pass their turn. Then we're going to charge like maniacs to reduce the chances of those crossbows murdering us. Poor Hobo's a little unhappy. I meant to hit the tavern and buy him a drink, but then I forgot about it. Okay, we can see a couple of mans here. There we go. I'm liking this a lot. We're just going to go straight on up. All the way, friends. All the way. Engage with the gauge, as they say. I can't believe I only thought about engage with gauge until now. Look at all those crossbows. That is mighty terrifying. Ooh. Hey, friend. Hey, friendo. Hobo, you gonna be alright over here with all those crossbows? You got a crazy huge shield, right? Ozark doesn't have battle forge yet. You need to be a little bit more careful on him, but he can probably soak up a couple of crossbow hits with his current gear. I suppose we'll come down here. And we'll stick Mark right in there. Beautiful. Now, crossbows ahoy! Yep, there's the first one. On Mark R, no surprise. There's another one. 29 with the aim shot, 31 on the crossbows. Not a big deal. There he is. Kettle top with mail. And unfortunately, he has the war glaive. I think that's either the footman's armor or the it's either way. It's 190 or it's 210. So not a huge upgrade, but definitely something that's worth grabbing. I suppose Gene, the veritable machine, 77. On the one exposed man. This is going to be a problem down here as they try to circumnavigate our defenses with this axe guy. However, he can only move here and attack once is the one thing he can do. So let's just soften the mans. Gauge, 71. 71! Okay, he's a little softened. I feel like he could be more softened. I can only really do the swing right here, though. 69, 94. If I move Puriel there, we won't be able to do it. Ergo, let's do it. Ooh, off with his head. Beautiful, Puriel, if you wouldn't mind. I actually want him to move down here and then start engaging these guys. Give the crossbows something to worry about. Hobo, hold the line. Bit of the old stabbies in time. Okay, we'll just hold the line here a little bit. That's all we need to do. And reserve our fatigue. Mark has a 59, a 58, and a 57, even at nighttime. That's incredible. Down here at 57, I like that the most because this guy has the mace for the Nuggin bunks. Beautiful. And that's the whole turn. Yeah, you guys dance. I doubt this guy's going to move here. He's probably going to go all the way around, is my guess. God, if I didn't have Nimble, I think Mark R would already be dead. Yep, he's going to go all the way around as predicted. Beautiful. Look at these javelins. These guys have no idea what's happening. Where you going, Mr. Boss Man? That's what I thought. Running around. Wow, and they Nuggin bunked Puriel out of the way. Huh. Can I kill this guy? Maybe. Gauge. Actually, you know what I should probably do is move Gauge over here. Start engaging with them, as they say. Probably a smarter move. We don't really need to kill this guy, though he does have a sword. You know what? Let's wait to move him. I'll come down and take the attack. Gene. Beautiful. That softens him up for me. Puriel could actually, if I move here, Puriel could rotate me, which would be fascinating. So I could get the strike for the extra kills. Puriel rotates me in, and then I do even more. Let's go for it. A crash. Okay, no kill. Never mind. A little bit worried about this stuff coming from over there. And I do feel like we need to hold that guy at bay. I suppose Ozark can probably start attacking. 91. 91. Beautiful. Gung Hobo, no reason to sit there being bored out of your mind. Kill a man, make all the guys scared. Mark R. Let's go for the biggin guy over here. 66. Okay. Not the best. I was actually expecting this guy to be dead. And now that he's not, I think I'm going to run the Overwatch. Ooh, very good. It worked. Really worried about this one, but we can't do much, so I'm just going to throw the shield wall up. Fantastic. That's it. Let's try to crush the little nuggy bunker. This is the last real round these guys are gonna get. Oh, no! Markar's losing some armor. Gage lost his shields. Ooh, my poor kite shield, friends. My poor kite shield. Here's what we need to do. I think if I rotate down here, we could have super fun times. With Imperial rotating me in, he goes before me, so that's absolutely 100% perfect. Let's see if we can take this guy down. 86%. Okay, well, by down, I mean wounded. Gene has the nimble, so I almost want him to get hit by the Waterglaive rather than Gage. Beautiful. They didn't. They missed the bunk there on knock Imperial back, so he can still rotate. Ozark's a little confused, but off with his head! There it is. I don't even know if I need to do that most of the time. I just really enjoy chopping the heads off, so I do it anyway. Imperial can rotate. And then once he rotates, we could stab. Let's do that. Beautiful. That'll soften this one up. Almost guarantee that he's dead. Ozark's confused. It's not a big problem. Crash! Wow, did I... This guy survived, huh? Crazy. All right, now it's a matter of taking this one out. 66, thank you, Mark R. Here's the problem. If this guy moves over here, well, we do have Nimble, but that glaive is no joke. So my thinking is, first, quick hands on some axes. Secondly, we've got to move somewhere more safe, which, believe it or not, I think might be over here. We could get a crossbow shot in the noggin. Over here, though, they have elevation. Down here, they have a sword against us, but that's it. Basically, there's, like, no actually safe place to go. Or actually, there is. We take the 57 or the 55. Let's go for the 55. Or even the 40. Nah, the 55. We're going to stay there, and we're going to have Gene move up. He could take 2 attacks with Nimble. He's got a decent amount of melee defense. Beryl can move up. Gene, the veritable tanking machine, friends. Woo! That guy went for a strike on Markar. Okay. I'll take it. Down here, 76. Woo, Gene. You madman, you. While you're here, yoink a shields. Fantastic. I want to farm this guy. So for now, Gage, come over here. Choppy Rippy. These guys think they're going to do something by rotating. I don't know what exactly they think that's going to be. Let's go shut down some of their archers. Beautiful. Before we even move Puriel, we can easily crush these 2 guys. Puriel can come down here. Easy times. Hobo might want to come over here and start taunting this guy. Actually, we should probably have Puriel do that, so we'll wait. Easy, easy. Mark Otter needs to move. I don't want another one of those strikes coming in. Speaking of strikes, we done strike them. Okay, I'll take these guys out. Everyone else can come back then, including Puriel. And he can... Oh, easy. Easy McSqueezy, friends. Oh, he's running. He already done beat running. Double 78s from Gene. This guy's gonna toodle, but I'm okay with that. Meanwhile, Gage. Woo. Farm a leader. A leader. There goes his 9 lives. Crashy crash. And we farm him. Actually, you know what? Gage is already level 11. Let's give the kills to someone else, like Gene. Okay, Hobo. There we go. Easy game. Well, I left that camp on the map for like 40 days. Finally, a leader showed up. And yoink! It is the male hauberk. All right, so 210, beautiful. We also got the kettle hat with closed mail, 250, beautiful. We didn't get his glaive, and I don't really care about it, to be honest. We picked up an arming sword, a axe, a couple of picks, 1.5 stacks of tools, a fur, a bunch of 40 food, 240 crowns, tier 2 mace. Fantastic result. I think I've got to go buy that sellsword in Koningshaven. We're going to go straight there. And then while we're here, let's repair everything and see if we're going to sell it when we get back. Also, for this armor, that's actually a way big upgrade here. 210 was the bassinet with mail. It saddens me to tootle it because I've had it for so long. But 250 is boom. Very nice. Very nice. Now we could give someone else like Hobo my bassinet. That's a nice upgrade. We could downgrade him from the coat of scales. He's going to lose 30 armor, but he's going to gain 10 fatigue. So I think that's probably worth it. And then everyone else has nimble. We actually have extra suits of armor we're not even using here. This is crazy times, friends. I'll repair these guys up to sell them. And then I really do like these mail hauberks, so what I'll do is probably throw the double mail plate on it. That's probably something I'll use for quite a while. Ooh, that looks strapping, doesn't it? So his final result is he lost 10 armor, but he's gained 8 fatigue now, which is pretty nice. Let's go buy that sellsword. I think he was like 1,800, assuming he's still here, and then maybe we'll take the boat back down, or maybe do a couple of missions, and then end up in Himmelsfest and see what kind of mans we can find over there. I want to get to the point where we have a full party and I can just go out and farm camps. But I don't feel confident going out to farm camps without the full party. It's too risky with 7 people. Even though just a slight bit of RNG, it goes against us, and bad times. All right, here we go. Voldemar, 1850 sellsword. Now, he's not really my plan. I wasn't planning on buying him. I don't need a sellsword, so there's a decent chance we might disband him, to be honest. But let's see what he has for stats. Ooh. Okay. So as far as sellswords go, 50 to 60 hit points, he got a 52 with double skill. All right. Resolve 35 to 45, he got 38, so on the slightly lower end. Fatigue of 90 to 100, he got right in the middle, but he got skill, so consider that a max roll fatigue, but it's still not very good, to be honest, not compared to, like, say, a Hedge Knight with skill in it. His melee is 60 to 67, so he's basically max rolled it with the point of skill, so max roll fatigue, max roll melee skill, but that's it. And then otherwise, his ranged is between 44 and 52. He almost min-rolled that. His melee defense, however, it's from 5 to 13. Same thing for ranged. And he got a 11-11, so he's actually a relatively okay potential tank. He could have a 31 defense. His eventual fatigue will be 130. Honestly, he's not fantastic. His eventual melee skill will be 87. His eventual range skill would be 75. There's nothing really fantastic about him, to be honest. Well, friends, I suppose he's going to become our second dedicated Whipper polearm man. I did want kind of another one. He has relatively decent stats for it. 87 aim is okay enough. Backstabber will level out the rest of it. He'll be kind of like the Gage, except not so much on the front line. I guess he could also be on the front line sometimes, but he'll be basically the same spec as Gage. Except we'll actually maybe give him a polearm. In fact, you know what? I'm going to do that right now with the one polearm we have. Let's pull that over here. This means we can come back into our bandage. Fantastic. Speaking of, we lost our shield. Let's put one back up over here. So, Boldamir, you can have the polearm. You can have whatever the heaviest armor we have is to keep you alive for long enough that maybe you can say something. I mean, it's 36 fatigue is insane, but still, I want him to be able to survive a little while. Let's get the kite shield over here. Awesome. And we're going to rename this man to Brian M. Thank you very much, Brian M, for your ginormous sponsorship. If you want to rename your character, let me know in the description down below. But yeah, kind of like a dedicated whipping boy, I suppose, once we find another whip. Or a polearm whip hybrid, as they say. So, I'm going to go melee skill every time. Fatigue basically every time. He's going to have nimble, so I want more hit points. He's going to have a 4 every single roll, though. His resolve is unfortunately kind of low, but I think if we grab 3 4s, I'll be happy with that. I'm not super concerned with most of his other stats, but max roll range defense. I find a lot more value now in the range defense than I used to. I used to completely and utterly ignore it, and the reason is I could always quick hands kite shields, and I never had to worry about it. But archers are way more scary now in this DLC. So, still though, yeah, I'm gonna go max roll range defense, I think. Just a smidgy. He'll be a man we try to have, like, no shield on at all, not even in the inventory. And with that being said, student, awesome. Well, we got one more man. Now I need 2 hunters and 2 tanks. I was going to actually get a swords master for that profession, but you know what? I guess it's a lot cheaper to buy the sellsword like we did. He won't have quite as good stats as the sword master, but still, nonetheless, pretty good. Let's sell everything here and just get rich beyond our wildest dreams. God, that 400 gold axe is absurd, huh? Some of these things aren't quite repaired, but I'm okay with that. All right. 11,000 gold, friends. We are just decked, and I mean decked on just about every single thing that someone could want. Now the question is, should we do the quests here, or should we tootle? Let's check the Noble's quest first. Greenskin. No, thank you. $1,000 crowns to deliver something to Helfenstein, 2 days to the north. We could buy salt there too, so that's not a bad idea. Take us through the places we could find more hunters. Brigands! They want us to murder easy brigands? Sure, we're on it, friends. Oh, so we just hit dawn. We literally just ticked into dawn. Unfortunately, they have a few marksmen. We're in a swamp, though, which could be very bad for us with a few marksmen. Another leader. This is exciting. Wasn't expecting that from a 700 gold camp, but okay. And we go. Ooh, so he's got oh, come on, that is the worst leader. It's like what is that, 170 scale? Or whatever, I don't even know what it's called. Terrible, like 80 armor helmet and an arming. You can't get a worse leader than that. That's super disappointing. Alright, friends, the leader is upon us. So, Gage, if we wanted to, could just be like a yoink and a yoink. Woo! 68. Can I whip this man over there? No, that would be hilarious, but he's too far away. Alright, we'll just hang out there. I could have attacked this one first and then switched, but I didn't really want to. Let's risk the gene. Beautiful. 69 in the swamp, right in the noggin. Hide back over there. Fantastic. Nice. Good rotates, guys. You know what, though? I know how to rotate, too, is the thing, so... it's not going to work out so well for you. Here's what we're going to do. Stabby, stabby, one of the mans. Boom. And, of course, rotate me in. Awesome. And kill this guy. Okay. Good job, Markar. Hold these guys in the swamp and crash! Hmm. Okay. They wanted this spot really bad. You know what? Fine by me, guys. You could have that spot. A little bit of the old confidants. Getting excited. Brian misses a 59. It's okay. Can't hit everything, right? Unlike Barkar, who literally can hit everything. Yep. Here we go now. There's lots of dead guys. Oh my god. Those poor brigands. They done thought something was going to happen to them that might have been good. Little did they know. Easy game. Hobo, Mark Otter, and Brian, all levels. And we picked up the 170 light scale armor. We didn't get his 80 armor helmet. We did get his kite shield. I'm not even sure what kind of... Was he using a falchion? I don't know. We got a boar spear. We got some cloth. We got some roots and berries, some gold. I mean... Yeah, that armor is mostly just for selling, to be honest. It doesn't really fit into the nimble battle-forged dynamic. So let's go turn this guy in. Before we do, though... Hobo 11! Yes, Hobo! 12 defense, beautiful. Indomitable, beautiful. And a brawny, beautiful. He's up to 90 fatigue. Woo! Very nice. Brian M. We're going to go for straight... Oh, no range defense. This time we'll take the melee skill, we'll take the hit points, we'll take the fatigue. Beautiful. Let's give him the steel brow so he doesn't die in like 1 second. Mark R is now a level 8, which is fantastic. We'll of course give him nice max roll on the melee skill. Love to see that. He mineraled fatigue though, so what I'm going to do here is probably take one more pip of resolve. Yeah, one more pip of resolve. That'll be our last one, I think. You know what I'm going to do in Mark Otter is we're going to take bags and belts now. I would normally take the polearm mastery. But let's open up the extra inventory slot so we can grab some more of these axes. Not that he's really going to have this eventually, but it'll get rid of it for now. I was thinking about going gifted, which we are going to do eventually. I probably should have, but I just wanted to free up the inventory space. This armor is worth a pretty penny. I'm pretty sure it's worth repairing. The boar spear is usually, I think, worth repairing. Good to go, and we're off. A new quest has appeared. To Grun Forest, you don't say. Escort a caravan. I'm going to actually do it, interestingly enough. It's going to take us a while to do it, but maybe. They do have potential hunters there. And we'll see what we see when we get there. We'll probably have a few ambushes along the way because these roads are crazy. But Grun Forest is our #1 place for hunters. I mean, if I could get 2 hunters, that'd be incredible. An honorable man, if ever there was one. Gage P wants to lower his wage? What? Gage P, you crazy man, you. How much did you lower your wage by? 43. You're being paid 43 daily now, which is absurd. Piero's getting paid 54 daily. Wow, Hobo's 18. Who else is a lot of money here? 56 on Gene, 53 on Ozark. Gage is getting paid the least. Crazy. Yeah, I think the brigands are going to run away from us at this point. It should be just like a straight shot in. Ah, friends, are you guys ready? It looks like we've been attacked by House Grimmond. Okay, here's the interesting thing about this. We have, like, super high reputation. I wanted to fight them, but we have super high reputation with a lot of them. So, yeah, you guys can take this. Okay, if he was shipping stuff, he should have told us yes. How are we doing now? I didn't want to make our reputation, because Grimmond also has that fort we wanted to go to. How are we doing on Koenigshaven. We're all the way down to open, so we lost quite a bit of rep there. That kind of sucks. So you either have to have negative rep with Koenigshaven or negative rep with the house. Like, either way, it's really bad. Let's check Wild Brofest. You never know, friends. There might be a Wild Brofest. And as luck would have it, there'll be literally no bros at all in Wild Brofest. No whips. But they do have tools. I'm in pretty desperate need of mans, and since we wasted a bunch of time running down here, you know what? Rather than go all the way the heck down back to Himmelsfest, I was looking forward to going there. Let's just go back to the Northlands and see if we can find some hunters or some guys up there in Gemmenberg and whatnot. We'll do a loop like this up to the right, come back down over here to Grunforest, and maybe, hopefully, hunters and some other stuff. I want to get a full group and then go camp hunting soon. Ah, Elma, 840. Opportunity knocks, friends. Okay. Literally worst wild man of all time. He's a brute, which gives him extra damage to the head, but he's got, like, no melee skill. He really loves archery, but brute doesn't work on archery, and he's god-awful at it. And he loves archery defense, but he's god-awful at it. Elmer, you skip back into the forest, man. Back into the forest, you freaking dopey. My lord. At least sometimes the mans are good for a laugh, right? These guys want us to fight greenskins. No thank you. Oh, we just barely managed to slip in there at night. They've got one footman, which we're not too interested in. An easy noble quest. Beasts are roaming. 61 times 25. Dire wolves. The thing is, they're so hard to find in the open. Witches have hexed my family. 2,170 to defend against the witches. This could be worth it. I think we should do it. We'll just hang out here and wait a little bit. 3 enemies. So we'll find out in 2 seconds what they are. Hagen get into the forest? Oh, I think it's 2 Shrats this time around. Interesting. Well, let's take... Yep, there we go. So the best place to tank them both would be, like, right here. With double taunts every turn with, like, Puriel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He could get in there, but without the shield wall on turn number 1. And also without any taunts. We got to be a little bit careful here on the first turn. You know what I think I might do, actually? We're going to do nothing, and we're going to fall back. Let them come to us. Because I don't think they're going to move and then attack. Ooh, a witchy kissy on Gage. Okay. Well, Peter can taunt, or alternatively, we can move down here and taunt. Everyone can go to town on this guy. That one's probably going to move twice and end up where Ozark is, but Peter could double taunt him if he did, or we could move back a corner there, which would actually be even better. So this is looking good. Now, we have to split up in such a way that they... Oh! Whoops, I forgot. Good God, Gage! I forgot that Gage was over there. That was kind of dumb. Let's have Puriel grab the fighting axe now. Obviously, we're going to taunt here for 1 and then break the shield for 2. This is actually not great. I'm going to move up here with Hobo. I'm going to taunt Gage. Mark has got to bonk him out of the way. Beautiful, 87. Now we can move Gene without risking him taking the attack. The problem here is, well, that when they go, Gage will still be on their side. So now I'm worried a little bit, actually. We might just move Hobo over there instead. Let's move. We don't really need Mark in this battle at all. We'll just run him away. Brian can probably start moving down here. Beautiful. We'll fall back 1 tile there. Gene moves up here, where we can avoid the AoE. No real sense in me taking these attacks, but there's also no reason not to. I mean, we still do 34 damage. It's a lot less than I'd like, but still. So ideally, I want to move Hobo here. Nice. Gage missed his 60. So now we're all spread out. Let's see what the trees do. Witchy Kissy. On me. I don't care none. This guy moves to Puriel. Gage is attacking Hobo, as predicted. Yep, that one goes for Puriel as taunted. Fantastic. Now, who has my axes? Does Gage have an axe? Do I have control of Gage? He's got the second butter helm. No, he's not in the list here, even though we regained control of him. Interesting. I think I'm gonna have Brian go chase down the whippersnapper. Hobo's gotta move up. If he swaps, he can't taunt. I could taunt this way once and that way the other time. And then that'll open up Puriel to do a little bit of work there, which sounds good to me. Unfortunately, Brian's turn is done. And if this tree attacks, it hits 1, 2, 3, and could actually kill... it won't actually kill Brian. It'll just be pretty bad, and it's almost a guaranteed hit. So there's no real reason to even taunt him anyway. He's going to go for that attack. I'm not even sure if these trees have an attack. Yeah, it's a 40%. All right. I think it was worth it there to split that up, because now we can taunt with Hobo over here. Beautiful. Ozark, do you have anything else? Nope, nothing. Well, you can move up here. No problem there. 9 damage. Hey, more than 0. Mark R will be completely safe over there. Fantastic, because the trees can't attack at that weird corner tile. Meanwhile, this one's taunted. This one is not. Puriel has to taunt this one as the one thing he needs to do. I'd like to break this one's roots off, but then Puriel could get hit again. It's okay. Awesome. He's exposed. He's going to attack down there unless we move to a safer place. There's literally no safer place. I'd have to be over here, which I can get to. Perfect. Although, we'll get kissed over there on Brian, so nope. Here's the only place then with Jean. I'll go for a crashy crash. Oh, yeah, I hit so hard we got a sapling. Those saplings aren't jokes either. Yeah, see? They rip armor off. I mean, they don't do much. They're so cute. They're like mini Groots. Okay. Resist the kiss. Woo! Gage. Now, that thing was taunted. I'm confused. Hobo taunted it. Why did it go for Gage? That makes no sense to me. I've never seen that before. Oh. No, it makes no sense to me. I think actually this Shrat that was taunted went for Hobo, and he hit the 50, which is unfortunate. Hobo can't really take another attack here. Now, this thing's surrounded, so the sapling can't do anything, so crash, crash. We're getting into dire times here. We can't attack the witch right now. We can, however, attack the sapling. Ozark could go after this guy, but that's not going to help us. Mark Otter could go for the Shrat or kill the sapling. Beautiful, we'll do both. I'm wondering if this one attacked down here because it sensed this as something. So it's like, oh, I can hit 2 guys even though one of them's my friend. Much as I want Puriel to do this, he legitimately has to taunt. I think he's got to really taunt them both because Hobo can't afford this. Dicey times, friends. Dicey times. We can do 2 attacks here on the Shrat. Jean can move here. God, I don't even know if he has polearm spec. Yes, he does. All right. Start moving around in a circle. Not that I want to attack this guy, but there's nothing else for him to do. Hobo's kind of free right now, so we should be able to yoink the axe at long last. Chop the tree. Now, They're both taunted by Puriel, so one would think, since they have no AoE attacks, they would both go for Puriel. Is that going to be true? I don't know. Let's have Brian go over there, so if he gets... The witch will want to kiss him, and then if he does get kissed, it won't matter, because he's 1,000 miles away. Okay. At least I get to go before this thing, so maybe I can kill it. Witchy kissy, yep, beautiful on Brian. I can move down here into melee range. Take that 95, and I'm like, toodles, shot! Whew! Now that that's out of the way, this thing should obey and go after Puriel. If I move over here, I'm safe. If I move over here, I think Gage will die, like, literally right now. So I'm gonna go over there. You've got to be kidding me. The Shrat is going for Gage no matter what. For reasons I don't understand. Okay, if that's the case, we're not going to break open its shield this turn for sure. I'm just going to recover with Puriel for next turn. Gage is going to have to run away, which means Hobo's got to chop this little dopey. Although, frankly, I want a shield wall with him. But no one else can chop the dopey. Missed the 72. That makes things easy. Okay, hit the 85 and run to a tile where the tree can't kill us. Now, I'm a little scared it's going to go after a Hobo. If it hits him in the chest, I think it'll... Maybe... He does have Battle Forged. It's going to be really freaking close, though. Interesting. I can't really afford to run this attack. It's going to be like a 60%. I could toss on a shield with no quick hands, climb the hill, but then I couldn't rotate anymore. Just trying to figure out a way. I could try to run the attack here, but it hits so hard, I don't think it's worth it. Maybe we can toot. There we go. At least he doesn't have the negative 10% from wavering. That's probably the best thing we could have done there. I can move over here. Maybe the Shrat will be like, oh yeah, get that guy. He's there. Woo! Nice, Hobo. That was a 40% chance of maybe death. I'm not really sure. Puriel off with his shields. Yeah, at this point, if Hobo recovers, will he go before the Shrat? Probably, because we're going to hit it quite a bit. Then, if he's recovered, he can go for Indomitable. Not going to be a huge deal. Shrats get very fatigued out very quickly. I like how also Gage has a 46 over here. Mark R, rather, had a 46 to kill Gage. Fortunately, it panned out for us. Gage into the forest! Yes, resist the witchy kisses! Resist! Gage, keep running. It's not safe for you. Now, Hobo, Indomitable, beautiful. That alone will allow him to survive at least one attack, so we'll hang out with this. Meanwhile, I'll spawn a Shrat or a sapling or whatever. It's fine, not a big deal. Ton of damage, same deal over here. Absolutely wreck this thing. If I come over here, I'm really worried, but this is a good opportunity. Brian M into the witch! Okay, 81 miss, it's cool. Oh, he regrew his shield. Oh, Mark R was gonna go kill Hagen. Didn't even think about it, to be honest. Not sure if I dare. Yeah, I do dare to attack. We'll kill it this time. Aw, look at the little sibling. He's so cute. Run away, Hagen. Do not witness this nightmare. And a strike. And crash. All right, well, I have to be honest. I don't understand why the Shrat wasn't being taunted. But everything's taken care of. Whew. That was like 7 or 8 turns of just sitting there waiting for an opportunity. We did it! I'm a little confused. We got ancient wood, though, and got another witch hair. Beautiful. I think I might actually end up just selling those witch headers now. That took way longer than I would have liked. But it's a done. 2170 crowns. I want to actually camp. You know what? I don't need to camp here. The roads to Gemmenberg are almost always... Yeah, almost always safe. Okay, let's go back because there might be salt. I just now realized. Although disappearing villagers are going to make it pretty expensive, but we can always sell it other places for quite a bit. I want to overbuy the tools by 2, just for so we're fully stocked. Please have the mans in your castle. God, this is a bad castle. Please have the whip. All right, we got a whip anyway. So that's not too bad. Literally nothing else to do here. No missions, no nothing. We could get Hobo a little bit drunk, though, because we did whip him. So, boom. There we go. Hobo's in good spirits now. Let's go off and check the mans in our big fort. Please have a hunter in Hammerstead, friends. It's like 17 quests or 17 episodes in a row of just looking for hunters. And... wow. A great axe sellsword for 6,500. Ooh, ooh, ooh! All right, friends, the first ever hunter. Arnie with the beautiful... This is like the 3rd Arnie we've recruited. Please have max roll ranged with range skill. Jeez. Louise. Triple skill on hit points. His archery skill will end up being 85, which is still not bad. His melee skill, interestingly enough, is 52. He does have range defense, which actually could be relatively decent. He'd have a 32 range defense if we went full on into it. I think I would go... I used to always forgo range defense because I didn't need it, because I could just quick hands, of course, shields on Duelist Javelin spec. But since Javelin spec relies on Duelists, and now you can't quick hands, we're going to need to drop it and actually put points into range defense. So this is not too bad. An 85 range skill hunter. It's not exactly what I want, but it's okay. I think 50... What is the max roll that a hunter can get on ranged? It is 59. The min roll is 52. So he's kind of literally right in the middle. He's not the best, but he's the first hunter we've actually ever seen. So let's get rid of all this nonsense. Fantastic. We'll give him all the javelins, not that we have like a huge amount of them. For now, until he gets survivability, he'll have, and also until he gets duelist, we'll give him a kite shield. We'll throw him in the back row. Awesome. He won't be too bad. I mean, with nimble, 58 hit points, we'll go primarily range skill, range defense, and we'll put a couple of things into resolve here and there, and then mostly into fatigue. He'll be very survivable. Meanwhile, let's go see what these wild men are, because they could be good tanks, maybe one of them. Let's get Knut. Knut the Legend. Wow. Wow. Okay, so he'll have 140 fatigue, which is pretty good. As far as fatigue goes, wild men have the highest. Yeah, just straight up the highest fatigue in the game. Most they can have is 123. The least they can have is 108. So he kind of min-rolled fatigue. However, he got 69 hit points. That's absurdity. The most they can have is 70. His melee skill, Wildman has a 53 to a 57. So he kind of min-rolled it, but he got some skill to make up for it. If we go melee skill, melee defense, fatigue every single round, pretty much forever, he'll end up with a 79 with a spear, not bad. 140 fatigue, that's not bad. It's not as good as it could be, but more importantly, he'll be very defensive with something like a 37 melee defense. That's not too bad. All right, I suppose he's in the running here. Let's check the other one. Come on, Hilmar. Be the tank we've always wanted. I really wanted a hedge knight, but whatever. Ooh. Whoa. Hilmar. Whew. Now, this is a different story, friends. Though we're lacking the defense over here. We have the same role. But we got double skill in melee. So he's going to be quite a bit better. Something like 84. His average defense will end up being 22. But his fatigue, he's going to be the highest fatigue defensive man in the world. Decent hit points at 65. Decent resolve. You don't have to mess with that. Don't really care about the... It's actually good that he has a negative range skill. He can be the tank that soaks all the arrows. I wish those 2 stars were here. He would have been perfect. But yeah. He'll have an 83 melee skill when he's done. A 22 melee defense. And a 164 fatigue. All right, boys. We've done it. We got the mans. We done got the mans. The problem is I need to go through the character list and find names. We still need one more hunter. But yeah, okay. I thought this episode was going to be boring, but it turns out we got a whip. We got 2 more tanks of the 2 we wanted. They're not, like, exactly the best, but they're pretty good. They'll suffice. And we finally have a hunter. He'll suffice. Not bad. And we have 1 extra slot, which I want to go for a hunter, but since we're having hard times, we can also occasionally buy a hedge knight if we see one. And maybe find a good one. The problem is hedge knights are such a huge risk-reward ratio. At this point, I think I'm better just buying only hunters and putting all of our gear, all of our money into gear to make these guys super, super, super strong on the front line. Like a really nice, strong front line. By the way, they also both come with levels, which is nice. We're going to go... So they're kind of... Barbarians are dumb, though, so they lose 15% experience. The student kind of more than makes up for that. Boom. Over here. Boom. Let's see what they got for skills. Hilmar, well, he's always going to get a 3 on melee. He can get either a 4 or a 5 on fatigue. Beautiful. Melee defense for life. Awesome. Little Canute the Legend. Nice. Max roll in the melee skill. Now, I don't necessarily need melee skill in my tanks, to be entirely honest. But when we have 2 fatigue... I want the max roll resolves, to be honest. I'm going to take fatigue otherwise. I really want my tanks to be able to hit this campaign because they're going to have either quick hands or gifted to swap around here and there, which is kind of why I wanted hedge knights because they're much better at aiming and they're pretty decent with fatigue. They're like wild men, but more honed. Anyway, this will work just fine and dandy. Also, Gene got a level over here. Let's pump him up. So he got resolve. Woo! Another max roll! I think Gene has max rolled his melee skill every single time. That's incredible. But his fatigue is just not good, is the problem. He's min-rolled fatigue every single time as well. So it's a difficult decision with him, but I'm going to go for the fatigue. And since we have the rotate now, I'm feeling like it's time to give Gene the gifted. Straight into the fatigue, another max roll in the melee skill. Boy, is he shaping up to be absolutely fantastic. And of course, we're going to have to go for more resolve. Boom. 126 resolve, and he still has 2 more levels to go. What a maniac this guy is. I'm liking this a lot, friends. I'm liking it a lot. Things are coming along. All right, I've been recording for 1 hour, 30 minutes. I think this is going to edit down like crazy, though. This guy wants to go to Albstadt. I wouldn't mind doing that at all. Just deliver cargo. What's the other mission? Brigands! Ooh, 8 crowns per head up to 20 heads. Well, and another 500. That's not very much. Escort Caravan to Albstadt. All right, they're both Albstadt. I think I might do the Caravan one because it'd be a little bit more fun, a little bit more loot. We're going to have to sell some stuff when we come back here. I'll figure that out in the future. I'm just finally super glad that we've got the mans. Usually the noble quests of my campaign start around day like 75. Between 75 and 80 or so. So I'm imagining the noble war will be starting very soon. We need to level up the mans that we have. Get them to survivable. Imperial's at 11. I'm at 11. Gage is at 11. Hobo's at 11. Gene's pretty solid. His other stuff is just utility. Mark R, he's got the nimble, so he's survivable. We really need to find some legionary pikes someplace. Brian, Ooh, hey, speaking of, we bought a whip, so... Here you go. Very nice. You know what? Let's actually go with that combo to start out. Keep him alive. Until he gets the nimble. Probably smarter this way anyway. It'll be a dedicated whipper until we get it. Ozark's almost ready to go into the front line. You know what? He's not ready yet. We're 300 experience away from Battleforged. Then he'll be ready. Although, quite frankly, I can put him in the front line. And then my 2 mans hide out in the back. Awesome! The party's shaping up, Freds, just in time for the noble war. And now I'm wondering, maybe I should declare war on the south. Because, I don't know, we lost our rep with Königshaven. All the stats like are a favorite place. Wild Bro, this is like a nice little loop here as well. And all these guys have constant green skin quests, which I don't necessarily want to do, whereas these guys will give us quests to go fight barbarians. So I think that's what we might do, is declare war against everyone in the south that we made friends with long ago. And instead try to farm up rep with the north. I don't know. We'll have to see. It's going to be interesting. I'm very happy with the way this planned out, or not the way it planned out, the way that it turned out. We just need one more hunter, and we'll have a full squad. But until the future, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Unlike Barkar, who literally can hit everything. Yep. Here we go now. There's lots of dead guys. Oh my god. Those poor brigands. They done thought something was going to happen to them that might have been good. Little did they know.